That's the reason why every day I fight for my freedom.
My affiliation with Fearless Dialogue, of course, Dr. Ellison and myself went to college together at Emory, undergraduate. When he wrote Cut Dead But Still Alive, prior to it being published, he actually sent us a copy of it. So my father and I had just recently gone blind at the time, but my father and I read it. My father read it to me, and I felt like the book was so important. There was so much in that book about invisible youth and about how a large part of our culture feels as though they're not recognized. They have no voice. And one of the blessings that happened after I lost my sight was that I began to kind of look at things a little bit differently. And it became a situation in which there was a platform there. I began to speak with youth myself, and I kind of saw exactly what Greg was talking about in the book. And I saw a lot of these young people just ultimately feel as though there's no part in the country, in society for them. And it was the type of situation where you were encouraged to move. You were encouraged, like Greg always says, once you can see, you can not see. So that became really important to me. Of course, the fact I'm blind, but just physical sight means so little in terms of actually having vision and having insight and foresight. But I love my city. I was born and raised here, and there's a lot of positivity in Nashville. One of the amazing things, and I didn't notice this until I began doing more work in the community, but I personally know probably 10 or 15 guys that I played ball with in high school or, were associated with, and they were all doing community work, but we were doing it individually. And to me, there was something missing there. I felt like the infrastructure was there, but we weren't connected. And now, with this movement, Fearless Dialogue, I think is a start. There are 4 or 5 organizations here today. And the closer we connect the web, the fewer kids will slip through the cracks, in my opinion. But really, I thought it was important for our community to see Fearless Dialogue, because I think this is a very good starting point for what a lot of us are already trying to do. And I think the organizational aspect of it, as we move forward and as we grow in our own movements, this organization and how it moves, I think we will continue to learn from, and it'll continue to build in Nashville. Man, I'm proud. I'm happy Fearless Dialogue is here. It's a blessing, man. It's a gift. I firmly believe Dr. Ellison's movement is a powerful movement because it's all our movement. What he speaks about and what he preaches, in essence, is the importance of us noticing, realizing ourselves, realizing our own identities, and also being able to see the beauty and the God in other people and the importance in other people, because we all have gifts. And I think so often that gets lost in translation. We bump around and we move around so much in society that at times we don't get a chance to really look at the beauty in people and look at the gifts that other people are to us. And I appreciate this coming here, and I appreciate the movement, this gift that Fearless Dialogue is offering in Nashville. And simply put, that's it for me.